Are you ready to stop the self sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. Which do you think would be worse? Being physically, emotionally, or mentally abused by those that were supposed to protect you when you were younger, or being cut from the volleyball team in elementary school and told when you were like 9 or 10 that you couldn't play with the rest of your friends? Interesting how we think what might be the bad belief that is holding us back, but that may not be the trigger point, because this was a client that I actually worked with. And it wasn't the fact that no one was there to support her. They put her in charge of raising her siblings by the time she was 8 years old. And she had to give up being a kid to operate in an adult world. I'll get it out. Yeah. That wasn't the challenge. The challenge was when she got cut off from her support, her friends, that she felt like, okay, they've got my back. I'll be able to get through this as long as I can still be a kid in some area of my life. And I'm not quite sure what happened, but whatever it was, she was told that in elementary school, she wasn't good enough to play with her friends on the team. And that is what created the barrier of her bad beliefs, the container of the crisis, chaos, and confusion in her life. This is where she was living. I don't know about you, but I know you got a basement of bad beliefs and you're stuck in the dark, wandering around trying to figure out how to get out. Not at the adult level, the maturity that you are now, but who you were when you learned that this is how life needed to be. And I'm over knocking at one of the windows on the basement, maybe the sliding glass door, going, look, it's the light. Come this way. And you know what? You'll have a challenge with that, because the experience that you went through, someone hurt you. So you're going to avoid engaging with other people again. You're going to take it way too far and you're going to go, if it is to be, it is up to me. I'm going to have to solve my problem all on my own because you're afraid of getting hurt again. I get this, which is the reason why almost every single day I come to you in a way where I'm giving what's known as conversational hypnotic suggestions. I'm trying to let that younger you know I hear her, I see her, and it's okay for her to be felt because we're going to bring her home. But to do that, you need to know that there's something uh, explained as the terror barrier. See, I'm over on that sliding glass door, that window. I'm knocking, going, hey, come over here. Here's the light. Let's come on out. And when you come out, I got some really wonderful gifts that I'm going to be able to give you with parts of your personality that are now going to start the healing process and become whole. But if you've never really experienced the light, if you've become an extreme control freak to try to protect this younger you, you're going to be afraid to engage. It's so much easier just to read about it and listen and stay disassociated with the very thing that can assist you because you're afraid that you're going to get hurt. Okay, so you're in this very small container, this very small circle called the familiar zone. A lot of people call it the comfort zone. There's nothing comfortable about this place. In fact, I love what the author Stephen King said in one of his books. He said, there is a temperature of 72 degrees that in the heating and air conditioning world, it's known as the comfort zone. That the heat doesn't need to come on, and neither does the air. 72 is optimal, but it's also known as the dead zone because nothing happens. You're not comfortable with this. You've just become familiar with this type of hurt, with expectations going unmet, with soothing yourself through self-sabotage. So you're going to have to move into the growth zone. But what's between your familiar zone and that growth zone is the terror barrier. And this is when it will seem like everything in life begins to come against you whenever you're trying to make progress. I've heard people say, two steps forward, one step back, sometimes one step forward, two steps back. My mom programmed and conditioned me, love you, Mom, with waiting for the other shoe to drop. Here's the thing. What seems like it's stopping you is normal life. It's just that you're not accustomed to handling it from an adult, mature way. That younger you is still getting triggered and wants to withdraw to the darkness that she knows. She doesn't understand the light and how it works. All she knows is that she's been programmed and conditioned to make life easier for other people at the expense of herself, and she hurts. And she'll do anything to relieve the pain, even if it's just temporary. Well, you already know this with your self-sabotaging behaviors. So you're going to have to be the one that steps forward and handles the pain of progress when it comes your way instead of her being continually triggered. Well, how do you do that? That's the reason why I love hypnosis, is because she has an agreement that when certain things happen, she comes to the surface. She wakes up from her slumber and is now triggered and needs to handle it. And that agreement needs to be rewritten. It needs to be upgraded. That she's given permission that when the trigger comes along, she no longer comes forward. Instead, it's your wise woman. It's the part of you that has all of this knowledge from all of these books and classes that you've read and taken and all the podcasts that you've listened to. The wise woman needs to be activated. See, that's the gifts that I give to you whenever you move from the darkness into the light, is that we rewrite that agreement the younger you has been functioning under, and then we activate your wise woman that's been languishing because she didn't have a space to fill because it was taken up with the younger you, also known as your shadow self, that did not know how to move forward in a healthy way. Reveal, release, relearn, rejoice. We reveal the part of you that has been trying to handle life but avoiding hurt in the same way at the same time. Okay, so reveal, release. We release this part of you from being triggered. We relearn, bringing the part of you out that knows how to move forward in a healthy way, and rejoice. Now you've got your Trinity. You've got the younger you full of enthusiasm and joy and energy in life. You've got the higher part of your soul self that knows how to move you forward, and then they come together as a team through you in the present moment. This is what needs to happen. The three parts of you that will pull together, giving your pain a purpose for progress. If I can assist you with this, 1-636-699-7791. You decide you want to work with me this month, you will get the bonus of a course that is only being made available. It's going to be a virtual workshop. It's only being made available to people who have already worked with me. And you're going to create certainty without having to self-sabotage. You're going to detach from the drama of other people's poor choices. You're going to discover your worth without the sacrifice of who you are or having to save anybody. You'll learn how to love without hurting yourself. Work with me, and then you'll get that bonus. 1-636-699-7791.